to think relationships fall apart because of one big thing: the affair, the fight, the betrayal. But most of them don't end like that. They end in inches, in a phone checked one too many times, in a joke your partner made that you scrolled right past instead of looking up. Here are 10 things you're probably doing every single day that are quietly pushing your partner away, and you probably don't even notice you're doing any of them. Not all 10 of these will apply to you, and if one does, it doesn't mean your relationship is doomed. It just means you're human, and you're tired, and nobody handed you a manual for this. Most of these habits look nothing like conflict from the outside. They just look like an ordinary Wednesday. Researchers once watched newlywed couples share an ordinary dinner together, then argue about something real, and found something worth knowing. Driver and Gottman, publishing in Family Process in 2004, found that the way couples treated each other over something as small as dinner conversation predicted how they handled conflict later that same week. So here are 10 things you might be doing every day, in the small hours nobody's watching, that are quietly working against you. 1. The phone reflex. We don't mean anything by it. The phone buzzes, or we just want to check one thing, and we glance down mid-conversation without even registering that someone was talking to us at all. Your partner is telling you about something that happened at work, and you're nodding along, but your thumb is already moving toward the screen before they've even finished the sentence. That's not you being busy. That's you teaching them, one glance at a time, that the phone outranks them. And they stop talking, not because what they were saying stopped mattering, because they just watched you decide, in real time, that it did. 2. The missed bid. Every day, we get small invitations from our partner to connect. Look at this. Can you believe that? A sigh that's really just asking to be noticed. We can miss dozens of these in a single evening without ever clocking that we did, which is honestly the most human part of all of this. Your partner holds up their phone to show you something funny, and you say, without looking up from what you're doing. Or you're driving somewhere together and they point out something strange out the window, and you say nothing back at all. That's not a small habit. That's you quietly rehearsing what it feels like to stop reaching for someone, except it's them doing the rehearsing, one ignored moment at a time. 3. The autocorrect. We jump in mid-story to fix a small detail, a date, a name, something nobody but us actually cares about, because being right feels more urgent than it needs to be in that moment. Your partner is telling a friend a story about the two of you, and you cut in to correct a detail that didn't change anything, right in front of everyone. That's not you helping. That's you telling them in front of an audience that you were listening for their mistakes instead of their story. 4. The comparison trap. We don't mean to do it. It slips out mid-conversation, a stray line about how someone else's partner remembered an anniversary, or planned something thoughtful, or just seems more put together lately. Your partner mentions they had a rough day, and somehow the reply turns into a story about how a friend's partner would have handled it better. That's not a harmless observation. That's you holding up someone else's relationship as the standard yours is failing to meet out loud to the one person who can't unhear it. 5. The silent tally. This one isn't about being a bad partner. It's a habit almost everyone picks up without meaning to. Instead of saying what's bothering us in the moment, we let it go, and then we let the next thing go too, telling ourselves we're just being easygoing. We're keeping score somewhere we're not even looking. Then one Tuesday, they leave a dish in the sink, and you snap in a way that surprises even you. That's not you being petty. That's every small thing you swallowed instead of saying, finally finding a door. 6. The vanishing apology. This one's sneaky because it looks like the opposite of a problem. We say sorry fast, just to make the tension stop, without ever addressing what caused it, and we call that resolving things. Your partner brings up something that hurt them, and you say, okay, I'm sorry, can we just move on, before they've even finished explaining why it mattered. The apology closed the conversation. It didn't close the wound. And next week, the same thing happens again. Because nothing got fixed, only postponed. 7. The skipped thank you. We stop clocking the small favors, the coffee they made, the errand they ran on their way home, as anything worth mentioning out loud, mostly because they've become so routine we stop seeing them. Researchers who tracked couples day by day found something that surprised even them, saying thank you for these tiny, ordinary things measurably lifted how connected both people felt the very next day for the person saying it and the person hearing it. Your partner isn't doing these things for applause, but being seen doing them is what makes doing them feel worth it at all. 8. The half listen. We think we're listening. Really, we're already drafting our response or planning how to fix the problem they haven't even finished describing yet. Your partner is venting about something hard, and you're 3 sentences ahead, already building your advice instead of just staying with them in it. That's not listening. That's waiting for your turn. And your partner can always tell the difference between being heard and being handled. 9. The Weekend Autopilot. We spend entire evenings in the same room, on separate screens, and call it quality time because technically, we were together. You're both on the couch, phones out, watching different things in the same silence, and hours pass without either of you really looking at the other. You could recap the whole evening afterward, and neither of you could really say what the other one had been thinking. That's not togetherness. That's 2 people occupying the same space while quietly being somewhere else. 10. The Rescheduled Us. We keep meaning to get to it. Date night, the trip you talked about, the real conversation you've both been putting off, they all get pushed for whatever feels more urgent that day, which is almost always something else. Your partner stops bringing up the plan after the 4th reschedule, not because they stopped wanting it, but because asking started to feel like begging. That's not busyness, that's a quiet ranking system, and your partner just found out where they land on it. None of this means you're a bad partner. It means you're a busy, tired human running on autopilot, same as pretty much everyone else. Awareness is already most of the fix. The rest is just choosing differently tomorrow. Relationships don't end in one big moment, and they don't get rebuilt in one either. They're rebuilt the same way they eroded, in inches, in ordinary moments, one at a time. So which one did you recognize first? Tell me in the comments. If this helped something land, subscribe to Attached. Every video on this channel is built around one question. What is your partner actually trying to tell you?